Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lawa Shakirat, and in this tutorial you'll be learning how to make this design in the front. So this is a princess dart, but we are not going to be contouring the underbust part. So let's get started. These are the materials needed for this tutorial. So I have my bridal satin here, I have my fabric, so which is a lace fabric, I have this for the down part. So these are the necessary materials. You also need hair stay. So this is nylon hair stay. For the calculation, my bust divided by 4 plus 5 inches, and this is the half length plus 1 inch extra. So the first thing I did was to mark my back measurements divided by 2 plus half inch. Then I come down by 1 inch. The next thing is to mark my armhole measurement. After that, I'm going to mark my bust divided by 4 measurements. Also, I am going to mark my waist divided by 4 measurements. After doing that, I am going to connect both lines together, starting from the bust measurements to the waist measurement. Also, I am going to connect my armhole together, starting from the bust to the back measurement. So this is how I am going to connect it with my curve rule. You can decide to curve it with your freehand method. It is very simple to make. So after doing that, I'm going to mark my neckline measurements. So I use 3.5 by 4 inches here. So I am going to connect both lines together this way. You can decide any inch you want, is fine. Then I'm going to connect it to the 1 inch, which is my shoulder slant. Remember, our shoulder is not straight, so that is the reason for marking this. After that, I'm going to measure my nipple measurements, shoulder to nipple measurement, which is 11 inches. Then I added half inch to it. After that, my nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half inch, so that is what I am going to use to determine this measurement. Then I connect it down to the waistline. After that, I came down by 3.5 inches. Then I am going to connect it to the nipple to nipple measurement. Remember that this is princess dart, but we are not going to contour it. I mean the under bust part, we are not going to contour it. That is the reason I didn't mark my under bust measurement. So starting from there, I marked 3.5 inches. Then I marked 1 inch on the bust part side, and I connected it together. After that, I connected the 1 inch together. Then I connected my 2.5 inches, which is my sewing allowance. The reason for marking that 1 inch is because, remember, we are going to be cutting the princess dart part. So adding the 1 inch means that I am adding back the measurements I have deducted, because we are going to cut it out. So this is how you are going to cut it out. Now I am going to show you what it looks like after cutting it out. So this is what it looks like after cutting it out. Remember, this is the front part. For the back part, you are going to cut the same thing. The only difference is that you are going to add zipper allowance to the back, which is 1.5 inches. And this is how it looks like after cutting my lining and the main fabric. Remember, we are using the lace fabric. For lace fabric, we are cutting 2 lining for it. If you cut 1 lining for the lace, it is not going to be neat when we are turning it together. So that is the reason for cutting like 2 lining for it. So I have ironed my interface here, then I have combined the lace to it. So this is how you are going to like put your lace on it. After adding gum to that side, you are just going to put your lace fabric this way, so that it is going to be easier for you to sew. So that is the reason for adding gum to it. So this is what it looks like. This is the back, this is the front, and this is how the other back part looks like. So you are going to add your hair stay tool on the lining, so that it is going to be stable. It is going to be nice when you are done sewing it. So this is my back part, and this is how you are going to join it together. So starting from the down part, this is how we are going to join it with 0.5 inch. So this is the back part, that's just one side, and this is the front part. This is how you are going to join it. So starting from the down part, please start from the down part, and this is how it looks like when I was done joining the front part. And this is how you are going to iron it. You are going to make sure you press it very well, so that it is going to relax. And this is how the back parts of the lace looks like, you can see, and you are going to make sure you give it a good press. So this is the lining. I have joined the lining with 0.5 inch. Everything is 0.5 inch. So I'm going to make sure I press it very well. So this is what it looks like after giving it a very good press. This is the back, this is the front. You can see that I have given it a good press, and this is how you are going to join it together. So sew the neckline part, the side, and also the zipper allowance, and we are going to turn it from the down part. So you are going to do the same thing to the other side also. You can see you are going to sew the neckline part, the back part, and also the side, and turn it to the other side. So this is how you are going to join your front if you are not adding any design to it. But for here, we are going to be adding a design to the front before joining the fronts together. So this is what we are going to do. So for this, I used bridal satin and I measured 2.5 inch on fold, which means we are having 5 inch if it is not folded. So I will be using this paper as a guide for you to understand. So let's assume we have cut out our fabric. So I'll be using this gum tool as a sample. So instead of gumming it, you are going to be joining it with 0.5 inches, following these lines. You can see, so instead of gumming it, so remember this is a paper. If you are using a fabric, you are not supposed to gum it, please. So I'm just using this paper as a guide for you. So you are just going to make sure that the next part, it is folding, like it is overlapping the other part this way. If you do it this way, you are going to connect it very well. You are going to get it very well. You can see I have folded this, which is 5 inches if it is not folded, 2.5 inches if it is folded, and I'm going to place it this way. So I use this gum just as a guide. Instead of gumming, you are going to sew it. You can see that it has overlapped each other. So this is how you are going to place it. Make sure you look at the design you are working with before you do this, because if you have sewn it, that means you have sewn it, or if you make mistake, that means you are losing it and you are sewing it together. So in order to avoid that, you can just use your pins to secure it before you start sewing it. That is another trick you can use. So this is how you are going to do it till you get to the last part. You can see that we are almost done here. I made sure that the lines are equal before I gum it together, and this is how I did the last part. You can see, and if you want it to be very, you can decide to iron your hemming gum under the underside like that, so that it is going to be stable. It's not going to be removing. Then after sewing it, you are going to cut out the excess. Remember, we don't need the excess, so you are going to turn it to the other side this way, and you cut it out so that your shape is going to maintain the same thing. And this is what it looks like. You can see that this is well laid and it is very nice. So this is how you can just fix your hemming gum to it. You can decide to like double it or triple it. Make sure that it is like on 3 folds if you want to iron it out, and you can decide not to iron your hemming gum to it. Just make sure you give it a good press, and this is what it looks like. You can see, so I have sewn it here. So I just make sure that I fix my hemming gum under like this. You can see I make sure that it is like double, either double or like you folded it on 3 sides. So this is what it looks like, and this is what it's going to look like after I was done sewing it. Then I turn it with my lining. You can see that this is very beautiful and neat. And the next thing you're going to do is just to join your back to the front, and you add whatever you want to add to the down part, either pleats or flare, anything. You can just decide to add this, and you measure your bust divided by 4 and your waist divided by 4. And if you want to join your shoulder, you can decide to join it this way. Make sure that both lines are equal, and you sew it straight like this, or you can decide to do it this way also. You can see the way I just flip it to the back, and this is what it looks like. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to this channel. I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial.